Click new game. See what happens. Oh no, fire. Whoa, that's enough! The Holy War is over! No way, already? Yes! We won! Dang. Rejoice, good has triumphed over evil. The North is finally free from the tyranny of Heavenly Peter. Does that mean that I can stop murdering people? Does that mean I have to stop murdering people? Yes! We are now entering a time of peace! A time of spiritual freedom. But I don't have the freedom to kill a few more people? No! No more murders. One more murder? No more murders! This is the worst day of my life. If you have a problem with the new regime, please take it up with our new leader, Immortal John. All hail Immortal John! All hail Immortal John! I guess I'd better find this Immortal John chap. Alright, here's our instructions. We got left click to interact with your surroundings. We got right click to draw / sheath your sword. Middle click to highlight hotspots. Your inventory is located at the top of the screen. Click items to examine them. Drag and drop items to use them. Double click to run. Alright. Left click interact. Right click sword. Middle click to highlight hotspots. Your inventory is... Okay, cool. Alright, this is fun. Like, I could, like, do this all day. Hey, Morton, how's it going? But we won't. Okay, let's look. Hey, what's this? What's this guy doing? Oh wait, let's click the hotspots. Here's the hotspots. See, hotspots. This spot is apparently not hot. Even though we can look at it, it's apparently not hot. It's just it's a cold spot. Let's still talk. I think I'd better leave him to it. Let's look. Just death beheading a wee cadaver over there, no biggie. Okay. Dead guy. Oh, let's look at the band. A group of lads playing the Stars and Stripes Forever by John Philip Sousa. Okay. Bravo! 2D, 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 2. Yeah, this... I believe so. I believe this game is made with all public domain materials. I'd have to look it up, but if it's any... the last one was, and I'm guessing that's not any different about this one. Hello. What do you want? Where will I find Immortal John? He's about 20 paces to the right. It's really not that difficult. Please, can I kill some more people? No. If you have a problem with the new regime, please take it up with Immortal John. When will I be able to do more murders? Never! No more murders! Okay, I'm off. Thank you for your service. And remember, no more murders! Something tells me we're gonna do more murders. Just saying. I can see my house from here. Is it on fire? A bloated hanging corpse with a pair of scissors sticking out of its back. Oh, can we grab the scissors? Gross. Scissors. That would be our first yoink of the game. Was that a hot spot? I don't know if that was a hot spot or not. Let's see if we can do anything with the town. I'm not a trained firefighter, but I'm pretty sure it's not how you do. That's not how you do it. Okay. Hey, now this is a hot spot. Wait, what? Oh. Weird. The hotspot indicator's weird. If I'm near a hotspot, it doesn't, like, mark it as a hotspot. But if I'm not near it, it does. Let's talk to the Lieutenant General. Hello. How can we help? Alright. I already talked to you about this whole thing. Alright, I guess we have to go this way. Ooh. That's Scythe. I want that. All hail Immortal John! Hey, it's that guy! Maybe this is a sequel. Maybe this is a proper sequel. Remember this? This is the character from the previous game. And I forgot to start the timer, too. Immortal John there. Excuse me, how can I help you? Are you our new leader? I am just another person, a child of Mother Earth. The people have chosen to see me as their leader. They have given me a crown, but my life is of no more value than any of my so-called subjects. I would happily renounce my title, but the people have chosen to follow me, and I believe their will to be more important than my own individual desire. How did you get the name Immortal John? Before the war, Heavenly Peter forced me to jump from the bell tower in a ritualistic murder ceremony called the Leap of Faith. It was a cruel tradition he used to absolve himself of the responsibility of murder. One of the many such techniques he used to keep us, the people, in a state of terrified subservience. But I broke the chain by landing in a passing haywayne. I survived the fall with little more than a mild concussion and some vivid nightmares. The people mistook my stupendous survival for a miracle and named me Immortal John. Are you really immortal? I highly doubt it, but I guess it's impossible to know for sure until it's too late. That's true.
It's raining tacos.
Can I do some more murders now, please? Absolutely not! Heavenly Peter's hateful reign is over. I intend to be a benevolent leader. I believe all men are equal and equally deserving of happiness. I believe in friendship and love. I believe we can all work together to build a fairer, more prosperous society. I do not believe in murder. What led you to adopt such ridiculous beliefs? I suffered as much as anyone else in the hands of Heavenly Peter. I led the people in the uprising against his murderous regime. We fought the soldiers of the South and drove Peter and all his followers home. Men, women, and children all came together to fight for the single cause, and we achieved something so great none of us had ever dared to dream it possible. It was when I realized the error of my old selfish ways. The power of people with a shared goal of teamwork. It is a revelation more powerful than any I had been supplied by God. So we renounced his words and began looking in each other for guidance. Wait, so you never actually killed Heavenly Peter? No. Unfortunately, he fled back to the south before we got the chance. Surely it wouldn't be against your beliefs for me to murder him. Well, he did murder my family in an attempt to murder me, and while he is one of the people, he's not one of my people. So I guess I could turn a blind eye. Yes! You won't regret this, my lord. Mission accepted. I'm not, strictly speaking, asking you in an official travel south, kill Heavenly Peter. Got it. I didn't actually. All hail Immortal John! And we're off. Ahoy, boatman! Can you take me south? I could take you to Jugger or Lugger. That could take you to a brig. That could take you to a full rigged penance. That could take you to the south. Splendid. Let us depart without further delay. But I won't be going anywhere until I get my oars back. What happened to your oars? And what is happening? What are these two people doing right here? They seem to be doing questionable things. Oh, does it? Yeah, I don't think my site properly adjusts for what I say we're gonna play. Big Roy. When we go back in time, because we went back in time, right? What happened to your oars? They were sequestered by the medics at the field hospital to make crutches and the like for the battle-worn soldiers. If you have no oars, why are you still standing in your boat? I'm a boatman. I have to man the boat. It's literally my only job, and I ain't going to stop just because some punk stole my oars. Do you ever get seasick? Once got explosive diarrhea from eating bucket cockles. Cockles? I aimed it over the edge of the boat, and the poop was so powerful it traveled 8 furlongs northeast before dawn. Does that count? No, I think that would count. I think that would count as food poisoning. But thanks for the nightmares. I guess I should go find you some dang oars then, eh? That would be lovely. Thanks. Discarded clothing. I'm already dressed immaculately. Nude men wrestling by the sea. A couple of lads having a good old naked tussle. Let's talk to them. I don't want to get involved. Alright. Well, whoops. No, we don't. Hey, I just realized there's somebody playing music. A cellist. A gray-wig cellist playing Johann Sebastian Bach's Suite Number 3 in C major. Alright. I guess we're going this way. We gotta find some oars. Hey, he's got the oars! It's that guy! It's that guy. He stole the oars. Look at him. He's got him right in his hands. A precariously perched guitar player performing Domenico Scarlatti's Sonata in E minor. Reclining night. Resting night. Okay. Hello. How can I help you? What's up? We are waiting in line for the field hospital. What injuries are you seeking care for? His hair has grown too long and keeps poking his peepers. This doesn't sound very serious. Suffering is relative to a man's experience of hardship. This poor chap has had an easy life thus far. Oh, boo-hoo. Wait, his hair is long. That's his ailment. I think the only solution to this is murder. Just saying. I'm gonna kill Heavenly Peter. Wonderful. Heavenly Peter is a scoundrel. Pre-ferment of my malt loaf, and the yeast became so active that it lifted the thatch off my kitchen. Are you gonna help me get... Can you help me get to the south? I don't know anything about that sort of thing. Well, whoop-de-freaking-do then. Let's talk to this knight. We're gonna talk to all the knights. Are you okay? Nope. Why so glum, chum? I've been waiting here for 6 days and the queue hasn't moved. What injuries are you seeking care for? I'm having a moment of existential despair, and that looks like a little emoji face. I'm gonna go kill Heavenly Peter. About time! Heavenly Peter is the source of all our woes. The list of his crimes is longer than that poor man's hair. Ha! Can you help me get to the south? I'm no help to anyone. Not with that attitude. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Hello. What do you want? What are you down here? What are you doing down there? Waiting to get looked at by the doctor? What injuries are you seeking care for? My boots came off, and now my tootsies are cold. You're... What? I think you need a cobbler, not a doctor. The doctor is the cobbler. He got promoted after the last chump took a spear to the midriff. Oh, okay. I'm gonna kill Heavenly Peter. Good for you. Heavenly Peter is the worst kind of villain. He raped my home and pillaged my wife. Can you help me get to the south? Do I look like a sailor to you? No, you look like a grumpy knight. I suggest you find a ship if you want to go south. Okay, well, I kind of found one. Guard. Excuse me, yes. Step aside, I must enter the field hospital. Do you accept bribes? I do not. How about now? Please go away. That's an expensive looking suit of armor for someone on guard duty. I didn't buy this armor, I murdered its previous owner. Okay, that's legit. That's legit. I have to respect that. Alright, let's talk to you. Hey! Yes, miss. What happened to your leg? War. Can you be more specific? I got bit by a pine marlin while cowering in a thicket. The wound went septic and I had to cut off my leg to stop the rot spreading to my tits. Can I borrow your crutches? What do you need them for? I'm traveling south to kill Heavenly Peter. I need the crutches to power the dinghy that will take me to the lugger, that will take me to the brig, that will take me to the full rigged penance, that will take me to the south. Well, I do hate Heavenly Peter, but I'd still have 2 whole legs if it wasn't for him. But as a strict follower of the doctrine of Immortal John, I believe my own wishes to be secondary to those of the people. So, I will have to ask them. Okay. Hey guys! Should I give this lass my crutches so she can kill Heavenly Peter? Nope, I don't trust her. I abstain from voting? No way. That spoiled bitch already has socks and shoes. Why should she get crutches too? Aww. Alright, well, I have a solution for the hair thing. I think I need to fix their issues. I think I need to fix their problems. I think I need to fix their problems, at least 2 of their problems. I got scissors, so I can cut this bloke's hair. Right? I can cut this individual's hair. So we're gonna do some we're gonna be a barber. No, I don't want to do that. How do I use them? Oh, use them on here. Here we go. Boom. Would you like to use my scissors? Thanks. Thanks to you, we're no longer in need of assistance. We did it! There's one down, one to go. We either need to help. I mean, if we're talking about the democratic process, then all we need is 2 of the 3, right? We need to get them shoes or make them not sad. Are there shoes over here? You know, they did take off their clothes. Yes, we got some socks. Yoink socks. All right. Things are moving in a good direction. Here, have some socks. I found you some socks. Thank you. What a kindness. I won't soon forget this deed. All right, ask the people again. I think they may have changed their mind. You know, I think they may have had a change of heart. Can I borrow your crutches? Yeah, she seems cool. I abstain from voting. Too sad. Give that Tootsie Warming princess whatever she wants. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Guess I'll be crawling through the muck from now on. Here. Thanks. No problem. We got an achievement called Abuse Democracy. Abuse Democracy. I mean, we have gameplay. It's a point-and-click adventure, unlike Myst. There you go. I got you some dang oars. Can you take me to Lugger? That can take me to a brig. That can take me to a full rig penance. That can take me to the south now? Sure! Just untie us from the mooring post and jump in. Alright. I'm not good at with knots. Oh man, really? I think we need to, oh, we can cut it with our sword. Sword it. Prepare to be boarded. Yeah. I'm a genius. Let's roll. Ships don't roll. They float. Wait, is that us? Is that us? Those are like six oars. Oh no! Alright, we're running. We're still running. We continue running. Oh, we ran into a donkey. And now we're riding on the donkey. Thanks for giving me a ride. I would never have got this far south on foot. No problem, pal. What are you traveling this far south for anyways? Fleeing the Holy War, I guess. The Holy War is over. We won. Ain't no winners in war, lady. Looks like one of your wheels broke. But judging by the massive statue of Heavenly Peter, I'd say we've reached my destination. So I couldn't care less. So long, sucker. Hold on right there, buddy. Look at my massive key. What business do you have in our town? I'm here on a holy pilgrimage. Okay, let's see your tourist visa. I don't have a tourist visa. You can't come in without a valid tourist visa. Look at my massive key. Look at his massive key. Seriously, though. We just don't let any old riffraff in our town. Piss off. Ah ha ha. Who's the sucker now? Both of us, I guess. Oh yeah. Dang. Can you help me get into town? Oh, now you need my help. Yes, please. Well, I am a registered shell trader with a valid shell trading visa. So I could sneak you into the town in the back of my shell cart. But it won't be going anywhere until I get this wheel fixed. And cheer up my donkey. What's wrong with your donkey? He's sad. We'll have to cheer him up before I can get back on the road. What's wrong with your wheel? It's broken? I have to find a new one before I can go any further. Can you repeat that? I wasn't listening. I said I could sneak you into the back of the shell cart, but I won't be going anywhere until I get this wheel fixed and cheer on my donkey. Alright. Alright. I'm on it! Cheerio. A small chamber orchestra playing Antonio Vivaldi's Chamber Concerto in F minor from the top of a well-pruned stone pine. Alright, we can go that way, and we can go that way. We have two directions that we can go, and we can look at this cart too. See what else we can do. Big hole. Someone has dug a big hole in the muck. There's nothing down there. Hello? Anyone down there? I guess not. A huge, gaudy golden statue of Heavenly Peter. I guess I'm in the right place. This is just a statue. I'll save my aggression for the real thing. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, we can double click and do running. Remember your recently crucified relatives the way God intended. With commemorative t-shirts. Oh. A fancy flautist playing Beethoven's Quartet No. 10 in E major, like his breeches are on fire. This guy is having a bad day. Ooh, severed heads. A collection of severed heads. Some a lot fresher than others. Can I borrow one of your heads? Sure! You never know when you're going to need a maggot-ridden corpse. Yeah, exactly. Thanks! I was being facetious, you twit. Oh, too late. No backsies. Hello. Hello. What's going on here, then? I'm selling crucifixion merchandise so that loved ones of the recently crucified can go home with something to remember them by. It's a pretty lucrative gig. What's with the severed heads? I can't fit a whole person on a t-shirt. but I find it hard to draw the heads without drawing the shoulders, so I use these severed heads for reference. I'd like to buy some of your lovely crucifixion memorabilia, please. You got coins? Nope. Sorry, no coins, no merch. Damn. I'm honored to have been granted the chance to share discourse with such a lady, a queen, no doubt, from the propriety of her speech. Piss off. Property. Whatever. My God, this flout is... Hey, it's a skunk. A large, stinky, butted skunk. Hey, thanks for the stream boost, X-Men. The rest of them went loincloth, no shirt. This guy went shirt, no loincloth. It's a bold-fashioned choice, and I love it. We can go that way, too. Man on a wheel. A crippled, dying man strapped to a perfectly functional wheel. A wheel! We need a wheel! We need a wheel! We need that wheel! See that wheel? We need it. How do we get the wheel? A suspiciously hot, spotty post. Oh, man. A suspiciously hot, spotty post. Why am I even examining this post? I don't think I'm strong enough to pull it down with my bare hands. I can't chew through it. Actually, I probably could eventually, but I'm sure it's easy. There's an easier way. Let's try my sword. Let's try this. Let's try to sword it. Yeah! Success. Success. That was a success there. I don't do mercy killing. It's not my style. I'll just pop that in my pocket. Alright. Alright. We got a wheel. We got a wheel. We got a wheel there. That was a success, right? Let's go this way. I did murder that post. Whoa, what's happening here? Yikes. Let's talk to them. Hello. What do you want then? What you doing? We're torturing a thief, ain't we? Cooking up his guts and the like? Ouch. Ouch ain't wrong. What has this chap done to deserve such a fate? He stole the goddamn cobbler's bloody pliers, didn't he? And when we caught the plum red-handed, he swallowed the flippin' evidence. He swallowed the pliers? That sounds like a level of commitment to freedom that should be rewarded. Or a level of stupidity that should be giggled at. Do you really think physical torture is an effective form of punishment? Don't you think a system of rehabilitation and reintegration would be more humane? Are you questioning the methods of yon heavenly Peter then? Because that would be hearsay, and I don't mind telling you, it could buy you a few days on the rack. Oh no, I was only kidding. I love torture. Carry on. All right. It's a metronome. Now that's a quality joke there. A tiny, impeccably dressed timekeeper. That's a quality joke. A slightly somber lute player performing John Dowland's Fantasia. Don't even think about touching my target apple. A man tied to a tree with an apple on his head. Yep, definitely. Hello. Can I help you? What are you doing up there? I'm playing shoot the apple off the silly man's head. What? Where are all your clothes? I don't have any. I'm nude. What do you do in the winter? I stay active. Are you going to shoot the dang apple off the chump's head or not? Don't rush me. Okay, now I'm ready. Nice shot. Firing a bow is easy when your butt is exposed to the elements. There, now we can take the apple. That will probably make the donkey happy, right? Can I get my arrow back, please? Sure. I'm strictly infantry trained. I wouldn't know what to do with this thing anyway. Thanks. Okay, we can't go that way. I feel like we got the things we need now. Maybe. I don't know what the severed head is for, and I don't know what the t-shirt would be for, but you know, maybe we'll find out. Hello? What the heck is happening? Quiet, heathen. That should do the job for now. Thanks. Alright, now we're gonna apple to donkey. That should perk him up a bit. Thanks. Can you help me get into town now? Nah, I'm not going into that town. I was telling you a fib to manipulate you into helping me. I'm not a traitor at all. I just flippin' love shells. So long, sucker. Ah! Dang, we got. Ah, that was savage. You didn't tell us you were a gullible rube. The one thing we love more than high priority skilled laborers is gullible rubes. Our whole economy is based on the exploitability of gullible rubes. I hereby grant you free access to our town on an indefinite gullible rubes visa. Look at my massive key. Look at his massive key. You guys are the worst. I mean, we're in though. We did it. I can see the basilica on the other side of the canal. What's a basilica? I guess that's Heavenly Peter's Basilica. I guess basilica is a building. Right? Well, that was weird. I guess I know where to find Heavenly Peter now. An eclectic selection of lunatics, imbeciles, and simpletons. Mindless mass murder really isn't my thing. I prefer to do my murders one at a time. Aww. Boo-earns. A bunch of merry townspeople enjoying an alfresco lunch. Alfresco lunch. Alfresco. Is that a dog? I believe that is a dog. Hey, it's Pipe Tutors. A pair of pipers playing through Philomella's Lost Her Love by Thomas Morley. Okay, here's a door. Let's go in. We open at 9. Let's check this door. That door doesn't work either. Let's talk to the ferryman. A pot-bellied ferryman manning a ferry. Excuse me, how may I help you? Can you take me to the church, please? Do you have a boat pass? Nope. But I can't take you anywhere, I'm afraid. Where can I get a boat pass? I have absolutely no idea. Shouldn't you know that kind of thing? Yes, I think it's fair to say that I should. People must ask you all the time. They do. But you've never thought to find out the answer. Never crossed my mind. Is there another way across the canal? Nope. Not unless you know how to walk on water. Okay, no further questions, goodbye. I mean, we could murder him. Are you sure that's a good idea? The whole no more murders situation was made pretty clear. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll do it. But if I was you, I would think very carefully. Save your progress before you ask me again. Alright, let's save our progress then. Is this the save? Save. Did we save? Save. Save 1. Alright. This kind of feels like cheating. I hope I'm not going to regret that decision later. Okay. I expected to die. I totally 100% expected to die. I mean, we're gonna regret this decision later. Probably at the end. The ending's probably gonna be bad, so I'm gonna save again. And then we're gonna load. And play the game properly. And then maybe come back to that once we know exactly what to do. Let's see if we can get a bad ending. So I'm guessing that'll get us the bad ending. Right? Or we get murdered at the end or something like that. While it was hilarious, wait, there's a door over here too. Let's try using this door. I can't reach it through the crowd. We haven't gone the other way. Let's try the other way. Come on now, Steve. Let's go home to your wife. I don't want to go back. Just give me a few hours. You're squandering your prime playing dead. You're squandering your prime playing dead in an empty grave. Think of all the thrills you could be seeking if you were standing aloft. All the pranks you could be pulling with your pants on. But it's so peaceful in there. Well, that happened. I don't want a pile of gross old bones. What is a pile? What? At what point does a pile of bones become a skeleton? You need a full set, sure, but do you need to store them in the correct order? Whoa, that's a. I can't pick that up. Oh, it's dead guy with a book. I'm trying to sleep here, pal. Okay, now he's not a dead guy, he's a sleeping guy. Oh, here's another guy we can kill. That. Save. Oh, man. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're gonna load again. Please refrain from attempting to steal my book. I can't sleep unless I have something to hug. So unless you have something more cuddly than this book... I love this book. Piss off. Okay, we need to find something cuddly. Whoops. How do we... Okay, there we go. Horny men. Some somber-looking horn players unleashing a particularly dramatic section of Wagner's Siegfried. This boulder is blocking the entrance to some kind of cave. Poor Steve. He's resting in peace now. It's too heavy to move on my own. If only I had something to move it with. Like a severed head? I don't think a severed head will do it. Oh, maybe he can cuddle the severed head. What do you think? Will he cuddle the severed head? We got a severed head for him to cuddle. There we go. There you go. This won't help him get ahead in life. It's just a pun. Oh, let's try it on the book. That is not an appropriate substitute. Oh, come on. That would be so much better than a book. Dude. I mean, seriously. Big old berries. I don't need berries. I'm not going to get my fingers all sticky for no good reason. Maybe you can put a head on him. I don't know how that would help either. Alright. Can't do anything here. Alright. Well. We're actually doing stuff. We can't go this way. Oh, we can run. Remember, we can run. I think we want to go back up here. Just saying. Alright. I don't want to mess with someone so comfortable around severed heads. Okay. Can't murder that person. skunk. A skunk. A skunk is cuddly, right? Maybe we can just yoink the skunk. Oh lord, that stinks. I guess that's a no. I guess that's a no. Animals in the wild are only interested in food and sex. He didn't want to cuddle with the severed head. No, I think he might want to cuddle with a skunk. Just saying. But we have to figure out how to get the skunk, and I don't know how to get the skunk. Hello, just leave me alone. Strum, 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 strummity, strum, strum. I don't want to put him off his rhythm. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, we're talking to both of them apparently. What do you want then? We've already done this. Okay, nothing else we can do over here, I don't think. Yeah, this screen does not scroll. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, basically, this is all art. This is all art. Public domain art disassembled and put into a game. The question is, and I think the person who created this had a question: when you take public domain art and rearrange it in a certain way, when does it suddenly gain a copyright? And clearly it does. I mean, clearly this was transformative. I mean, there's no question about it. I don't have coins, so I can't get the severed head. Maybe we can we need to figure out how to get money. Maybe we can buy a t-shirt. Maybe we can cuddle with a t-shirt, or we can grab the skunk using a t-shirt. I know Weird Al always asks permission. Or at least he used to. I think he still does. Like, he always asks permission to do what he said he didn't. I've heard him say he doesn't have to do it, but he does. He doesn't have to ask permission because what he does is transformative, but he always asks permission. There's been some stuff he's wanted to do that he wasn't able to do because he didn't get permission to do it. So, which is, I guess, unfortunate. Man, what are we supposed to do? I don't know. What are we supposed to do with this severed head? Huh? Severed head. Well, whatever it is, maybe we can just chuck it in the hole. There's a hole, maybe we can just toss it in the hole and something will happen. I guess we can always try it, see what happens. I'm not gonna throw that down the hole for no good reason. Oh. All right. What can I do with the severed head? Let's give it, maybe give it to the guys cooking, one guy. I mean, we can always try. Whoops. I don't want that. Oh wait, they're maggots. Maybe we can use it on the dead body, and they would eat the dead body. That's what maggots do, right? They specifically mentioned maggots. That's a good idea. Whoops. Oh, that didn't work. It didn't work. Or maybe we could use it on the bones. No, we tried it on the bones. I tried it on the bones, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Or on the berries. Let's try it on the berries. No. Well, that didn't work. I thought that was gonna work. I'm gonna try it again. No. Try it on the rock. Damn it. Or use it on the skunk. Wait, I think I tried it on the skunk, didn't I? Maybe we can use it to make the crowd go away. Maybe we can get it to make the crowd like freak out or something. No, so we can access the door. Damn. What the hell? What are we supposed to do? I mean, we can murder somebody, but that doesn't seem like it's gonna be helpful. Did I actually try talking to that guy that was over there? You know, this guy. Hello, Grave. Hello? Piss off. See, he said, that's not an appropriate substitute. That's what he said. That's not an appropriate substitute. I don't need berries. Man. We're okay with taking a severed head, but not some gross bones. Heck no. Not some gross bones. It'll be gross. Okay, we don't have to deal with those people anymore. Maybe we'll give her. Maybe we can trade the head to her for a T-shirt. Even though we just kind of stole it from her. Maybe she'll give us a T-shirt in exchange for the head. No backsies means no backsies. Whoops. What's this button here? I don't know. I don't know what that is even is. It's the same pun. When you use the pun was funny the first time. But then it becomes not funny. How do I not know what to do? I mean, what am I missing here? Oh, maybe we can put it on the fire. Oh. You'd rather not risk it. I don't want to burn my fingers. I don't want to burn my face. Hot. This guy's having a rough day. I'm kind of busy here, buddy. I can't reach his face, and I don't want to take a cheap sheep shot at his testicles. Can I take the bucket? That's a good question. I didn't think it was a hot spot, but, you know, it doesn't look like it's a hot spot, so that seems like a no. I already have one. We gotta get this skunk, and I just don't know how to get it. Damn it. I'm trying to get him when he's facing the other direction. That's what I'm trying to do. For just to see what happens. Oh, he turns around. He turns around, so I can't do that. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a direction we can go. That's the only thing that I'm thinking right now is I'm missing a direction that I can go, but like I haven't seen everything that I can see. I don't think I can take this pole, because that would help me move the rock, right? But I can't take it, so... Nope, I guess we'll go this way. We gotta get the skunk. I know we gotta get the skunk. I just don't know how. And there's a hole here, and I don't know what that's about either. F you, Heavenly Peter. It's just a statue. Okay. We also have a sword. I forgot that we have a sword, so that's also an option. Maybe we can sword some things, you know? That's one thing that I haven't done is try to sword things. Maybe we can sword that guy down, or we can sword the fire, or whatever. I don't know. Oh, can we sword this? I don't want to sully my blade. Okay, and we tried to sword that guy, and that kills him. Oh, maybe we can sword the berries. The only crimson-hued stains that I will grace the blade of this sword will be colored by the blood of my enemies. Nope. Okay. I forgot about sorting things. You got stuck in this part too, and you forget the solution. It's gotta be sorting stuff. It's gotta be. Maybe we can sword the skunk. I hadn't thought about swording the skunk. Nope, we can't sword the skunk either. Nope, we're not we apparently will not kill the skunk. So sword the fire. Oh, another guy we can murder. Whoops. Alright, we gotta save again. Another guy we can murder. Oh! Okay, well if nothing else, that's a hint. If nothing else, that's a hint. Right? If nothing else, that's a hint. That we do need to do that in order to get those pliers. Why are they still twirling it? You can stop turning the handles now. We'll stop turning the handles when we see fit. Okay, so we gotta get the pliers out of his thing, out of his stomach. How do we do that without like murdering him? Is the question. Maybe by using the skunk. It says I prefer my hands well away from the active devices of torture. That's what it says. Can I murder this guy? No. What about this guy? No. Alright. So apparently the murdering is like a device to allow you to progress when you're stuck. That's interesting. That's interesting. An interesting way to use murder in a game. Very interesting. I think... Oh, jeez. I thought my arrow was something, but it wasn't. Let's talk to this guy again. Nice shot. Firing a bow is easy when your butt is exposed to the elements. Okay, that's it. Thought maybe he would, like... We'd have more dialogue with him. Oh, he just wants to be left alone. Okay. Man. I'm at a loss as to what to do. Let's talk to her again. Alright, I guess I'm gonna try and talk to the crowd in the city, and maybe they'll give me, like, money. Maybe? That's what I thought too, but, like, it highlights all the exits. I haven't found a pub. I found this place that opens at 9, which I'm guessing is a pub. This place right here. But we can't get in. Oh! Here we go. Is this your card? Whoa, incredible. How did he do it? Hello, merry townspeople. Hello, strange lady. Are you some sort of magician? I am the best sort of magician. A surly, self-important street magician. What kind of tricks do you do? All the classics. Some sleight of hand work, rabbit out of a hat, walking on water, the one where it looks like I'm levitating. But actually, I'm just standing on my tiptoes in front of some gullible, pre-hyped rubes to get the reaction shot. Then I sub in a short where I'm getting winched up in a crane for the TV edit. A shot, not a short. Like I said, all the classics. Wait, did you say walking on water? Yes, I did. Wink. Can you teach me to walk on water? Sure. If you do something for me first. Okay, what do you need? I need some purple berries for the new trick I'm working on. I could go and collect them myself, but I'm busy bathing in the adoration of my... What's psychophantic followers at the moment. If you find me some purple berries, I will happily teach you to walk on water. Okay, I can do that. Will you show me a trick? Sorry, you just missed one. Come here in a few hours. I'm working on something intoxicating. Why do you have a small child tied on a leash? I don't see how that's any of your business. Okay. Sorry, I can't get past this young boy with a rope around his neck issue. Don't worry about him, he's just fine. Okay. Seriously, what's with the kid? You're not going to get any further details on that, I'm afraid. Alright, I gotta give him some purple berries, which I know where those are. There we go. Alright. Cool. We got some way to progress. I just didn't talk to the merry people things. I don't know why he wants some specifically purple berries, but boom. Big old berries. All right, now we have purple berries. All right. Or some purple berry punch or something. At least this game isn't oops all berries. This is oops all public domain artwork, I guess. That is true. That is true. Oh, that's what happened. I looked at them and it didn't zoom in. Here's your dang berries. Thanks. Can you teach me to walk on water now? Sure, let me ask you a question first. Shoot. Is this your card? Incredible. Oh, how did he do that? What the heck is that? It's a boat pass, dummy. Oh. Thanks. Hey, we got a boat pass. Alright. Wow. Okay. So now we can go across the water. Alright. That's how we walk on water, is with a boat pass. That was not... That was less fantastic than I thought. Take me to the church now, please. You have a boat pass? Yes! Then hop in. Alright, now we're on the other side. So since we have a boat pass, we can go back and forth, right? I mean... Purple is hard to mix. I've never actually done it. I have a purple soda right here. Well, it's not actually purple. It's blackberry. Hello, traveler. Welcome to Heavenly Peter's Basilica. How may we be of service? I'm here on a holy pilgrimage. Sorry, pilgrimage season ended 6 weeks ago, doofus. Dang. The church is not open to unsanctioned visitors at the moment. We couldn't possibly let you in right now, wink. If you don't step aside, I'll flip out and become dangerously hysterical. We will not step aside. Heavenly Peter is still recovering from his homecoming party. The bouncy castle is yet to be deflated. Yes, it's a health and safety issue, really. There is nothing you can do to convince us to let you in, wink wink. Are you trying to solicit a bribe? A bribe? What a wonderful idea! Well, now you come to mention it, we do love bribes here in the South. How much do you want? I'm afraid we no longer accept cash. New papal policy. Straight from the top. We have too much cash already, apparently. Almost all of it, in fact. Haha. I like expensive jewelry. Oh, yes, me too. Oh, I'll take some expensive jewelry too, please. I would like a supple young boy with rosy cheeks and a pert little butt. What? Well, that's sorted then. Bring us 3 items of expensive jewelry and a supple young boy with rosy cheeks and a pert little butt. And we will look the other way while you enter the church. Sure. I can do that, I guess. But, I mean, could we maybe just call it 4 items of jewelry? Absolutely not. Oof. That's a hard no. Okay, fine. I'm on it. I mean, you think I can murder him? I think it's time to save again. We only have a few save slots, so we'll just save pre-murders. Absolutely. We did it. Okay, all right. That was fun. He said, "Okay, I'm intimidated. Go in." That was fun. That's just fun. Tiny lion. Who's a good boy? Yes, you're such a good boy, aren't you? We got an achievement for that. Oh, is that a deer? Horn players. A trio of chubby horn players working on a section of George Frederick's Handel's music for the royal fireworks. Okay. Alright, pet the lion again. Okay, we need stuff. We need some jewelry. How do we get some jewelry? Excuse me, yes? What do you want? Why do you want a supple young boy with rosy cheeks and a pert little butt? Back when I was barely more than a boy myself, my young wife died while giving birth to our first son. The horror of it, the loneliness, the pressure of being a single parent, it was too much. I turned to drink. I tried my best to raise the child, but I was a drunk, a terrible father. His behavior became increasingly troublesome. I drank more to deal with it. The whole thing spiraled out of control until we were both beyond saving. I became completely unresponsive, immobilized by self-hatred. The boy was left alone. I had never taught him the lessons a child needs to learn to survive in this cruel world. He did not survive. Oh shit. I'm so sorry. Shortly after that, I went to jail for an unrelated incident with a prize-winning marrow and a pig. I got sober. I found God. Now I wish to make amends. So you're not going to fondle it's Johnson. I'm not going to fondle it's Johnson. Well, I guess we should feel better about that. Are you sure you wouldn't prefer some expensive jewelry? Yep. I'm not really into possessions. Can I borrow one of your books? These aren't real books. They're just props to use to make us look more clever. If you want a real book, I suggest you try the library. Okay. That's an unusual and rather rude way to end a conversation, but okay. Have a nice day. Where can I find expensive jewelry around here? This is the South. There's expensive jewelry everywhere. Take a look around town. This is the land of opportunities. Where can I find a supple young boy around here? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you. Ha ha ha. Seriously, though, I have an idea. I have no idea, rather. Never mind. Alright, I guess we gotta do stuff. We gotta do more things. I mean, that's not too surprising. A couple of ruddy-cheeked lute-playing neighbors bonding over Fantasia, Nest 59 by Francencio da Milano. Alright. Cross the river! It's time to cross that river. Boom, cross it. Again. Take me back now, please. I need 3 pieces of expensive jewelry. And, hey, things have changed. That'll be the last time you two perform your so-called miracles around here. It's the cross for you! Oh no. What happened? I'll bet you the pub's open now. Hey, look. There's places we can go. There's new places! New places! Spin, 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 spin. Saint emerging from a vulva-shaped infant head encircled interdimensional portal. Wow. That's quite the description. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. This is art. This is art right here. Don't forget, this is art. Art. Some of these are considered masterpieces. A woman spinning yarn and a man happily cheering her on. Hello. Hello, my dear. Who are you? We are dressmakers. We make dresses. What are you making? We work in all sorts of different clients and have a number of interesting commissions on order at the moment. Variety is the spice of life. What's with the creepy dude emerging from the wall behind you? That's Derek. Don't mind him. He's just blessing our work for us. You guys seem pretty happy. What's your secret? I don't think we have a secret, I'm afraid. Our work is simple, but we take pride in what we do. We do our bit for the town, and we enjoy life's simple pleasures. Also, Malcolm here is a very enthusiastic lover. Boing! That helps. Okay. Okay, I'll leave you to it. Have a nice day. It was lovely talking to you. Do you have jewelry? Hello! Sorry, I don't talk to strangers. Hey, what's this? No. Sad man. Let's talk to him. Hello! If you're here to belittle me, don't waste your breath. I'm already as little as I can get. Who are you? I'm but a lonely composer, sifting through the shards of a broken dream. Are you okay, buddy? Nope. I have dedicated my life to the pursuit of musical perfection. In the eyes of many, I have found it. I am widely acclaimed by my peers, showered in praises and accolades. I am rich. But at what cost? Money cannot buy back my youth. My entire sense of self-worth has been resting on the importance of my art, on the delusion that its creation makes me special. But as I look back on my life, I see that this was a lie. I am not special, just in a position of greater privilege than most and less inclined to do work that benefited others. I am a fraud. idolized by a select group of equally deluded and privileged fools, but truly loved by no one. I am alone in all the world and ashamed of everything that has led me here, of everything I have done. Shit, sorry. Yes, pity me. It is only right. Don't you think that music plays an important role in society? Absolutely. The lullaby sung by a loving mother to soothe her babe in arms, the ballad spun by a traveling bard spreading tales of distant lands and perpetuating the knowledge of our ancestors, or the jig played by a fiddler at a country wedding, bringing the people together in mead-fueled merriment until the early hours of the morning. All are essential to our everyday. But I have not concerned myself with such lowly forms of expression. I write vast, polyphonic symphonies, the complexities of which it takes another existential malingerer like myself to pick apart and studiously enjoy, or grand operas that only the richest among my peers can afford to frequent. The fewer that are reached by my music are not soothed or educated or brought together by it, but made more insular by its enjoyment, given further measure to distinguish themselves from others in their grander or more refined tastes. Oh, okay. It's never too late to start something new. Why don't you become a butcher or a stonemason? I have 0 transferable skills. All I have learned in my life is how to put crochets and guavers in the right order. I don't know how to talk to a human or wash my own butt properly. Never mind how to butcher the carcass of a pig. Oh dear. I can't help you. I didn't ask you to. Would you like a little kiss on the cheek? Yes, please. Thanks, I feel 1,000 times better now. If only the depths of my sadness weren't infinite, you might have saved me from my terrors tonight. I'll leave you to it. Yes, leave me to wallow in my own pitiful self-absorption. Okay, what's over here? Can't do anything over there, but we do have a door here. We do have a door here. Need some jewelry. Need some jewelry. I need some jewelry. Where can I get some jewelry around here? Where's the jewelry store, man? Where's the freaking jewelry store? I'm guessing this is the... Where the hell are we going? Oh! That's not what I was expecting. No, I didn't want to do that. A pair of angels playing Vivaldi's Sonata No. 5 on a hand organ and an upside-down cello. A distressed man atop a relaxed cow. Moo! I don't have the best view from this angle. Okay. No. Oh, we can go. Wait, we can go this way. Or we can look. Here goes nothing. I don't know what we just did. What just happened? Well, I didn't expect that. That didn't work out quite as I expected. The slippery bugger was still alive. Well, we ended up... I don't know where we ended up. We ended up here. Alright, that was unexpected. I'm not gonna lie. That was unexpected. The only hotspot is to go here. Just saying. Oh, we're back. Alright, we're back. We're back here. Okay. Alright, we're back here. After... Oh, we have 3 new places we can go. Let's go in here. Let's check this place out. So the crowd, like... Whoa. Talent contest. Man dressed in curtains playing a Domenico Scarlatti sonata on a harp that sounds suspiciously like a guitar. That's hilarious. Hell, no admittance after the show has begun. Have some respect for the performers, please. The auditorium is at capacity in any case, ma'am. Scoot. Scram. But skedaddle. Talent contest. Win the coveted champion's necklace. Ooh, that's jewelry. Greetings, milady. Hello. Nice necklace. Thanks. This is the champion's necklace. I received it for winning last year's talent contest. I'll pass it on to this year's winner after the judges have picked a winner. Tell me more about this talent contest. Anyone with 24 teeth and a talent can enter. The winner gets this elaborate golden necklace. As you can see, I won last year. Congratulations. What was your talent? I have extremely long legs. Is that a talent? It is if you know how to use them. How is the winner selected? There are 3 judges. The mezzo-soprano from the parish choir, the madwoman who is aroused by the stink of fish, and the costume designer for the Royal Theatre. They will judge all the contestants and ultimately pick the winner. Wait, one of the judges is a madwoman who's aroused by the stink of fish? Yeah, not sure what that's all about. Oh. I think I know how to get that fish. We stab it. I'd like to enter the talent contest. What's your talent? I can dance. Was that paunch? I think not. Ouch. Okay, I can burp the alphabet? It's not that kind of show. Okay. I can play a musical instrument. With those chubby little fingers? You've got to be kidding me. Ouch. Okay, I guess I have to say I can sing. Excellent. What song will you like to sing? I don't know any. Well, you better go and learn one. Okay. Apparently we're going to enter the talent contest. I don't think we can go that way. Hold up there, pal. Contestants only past this point. Alright, we got to enter the talent contest to win the talent show and win a necklace, which obviously will be one of the 3 pieces of jewelry that we need. Oh, there's a way here too. There's 4 additional ways in. Girl with an amethyst earring. Looks like she looks like she might shatter it if I touch her. Hello? Yes? Who are you? I don't know, to be honest. I look like... I feel like I lack a defining characteristic, like something is missing. Why are you hiding behind that curtain? I'm not sure. I just don't feel like myself at the moment. Something isn't quite right. Can't put a finger on it. My chi is all messed up, and I'm not in possession of my normal reserve of vim. Something is missing. Can I have your earring? Why would I give you my earring? Without this, I really would be nothing. Just a sack of guts and bones and broken dreams. No. You hate me. Harpsichordist. They're playing Johann Kruna's new clavier Ubin number 1. Okay, I don't recognize that. Another more, man, there's a lot of screens now. Suddenly we have 1 million screens. Maybe we can give her a severed head. What do you think? Hello? Welcome to the library. I'm the library. Nice to meet you. Okay, hello, library. Hello. How can I help you? Do you have any books? I'm literally made of books. Can I borrow a book? Absolutely not. Why won't you lend me a book? This is the King's Library. I only lend to kings. Do you have any fancy jewelry? I have a box full of magnificent ornate crowns, if that counts. Can I borrow one of your magnificent ornate crowns? You cannot. Why won't you lend me a crown? These crowns belong to my patrons. They have been left as deposits for the books they have borrowed. I must give them back when they return their books. Okay. That explains why we need the book from the guy that's sleeping. Because it would probably get us a crown, which would be a piece of jewelry that we need. That's cool. Do you have any collections of sheet music? My entire lower body is composed of heavenly arias. Can I borrow some sheet music? No. Why won't you lend me sheet music? The whole world doesn't revolve around you, lady. I'll dispense my arias as I see fit. Okay. Ciao for now, amiga. Alright, here, have this severed head. You want a severed head? I don't want that. You know you do. You really do want it. You're lying. You want it. I don't know most of these paintings. Like, they all seem vaguely familiar, you know? But that's about all I know. A very sober-looking pianist playing a rather drunken rendition of Enrique Granado's 12 Danish Dances. A tall lawyer blatantly attempting to steal a dead woman's ring. Hello. They won't talk to you. They're too busy trying to steal my inheritance. I don't want to commit murder in a room full of lawyers. Oh. I didn't realize this is a room full of lawyers. What's all this fuss about? My auntie died. She was super rich. Everyone wants her stuff now. Happy Hanukkah. How come you're so relaxed amidst this clamor? The clamor is just the vultures trying to pick clean my auntie's corpse. I'm the black sheep of the family. She didn't leave me anything. Left specific instructions that I should get nothing, in fact. So no picking for me. Dang. Also, I'm off my tits on snuff balls. Aren't you mad your aunt left you out of the will? I was. Then I stole a treasure map from her writing desk. That made me feel better. Then I discovered there was no treasure. It made me feel mad again. Then I started sniffing snuff. That sorted the whole thing out. Did you say a treasure map? I did. You still have the treasure map? I do. Can I have the treasure map? Sure. Thanks. It's useless, though. I already dug on the spot marked by the X. There was nothing there. Do you like the word capillary? Phonetically, yes. It has a nice ring to it, rolls off the tongue, but its meaning unsettles me. I don't like to think about the complexity of my insides, the fragility of it all, the fact that I'm one clogged pipe away from croaking it. The very thought of it is making me quite nauseous. Can I have a bump of your snuff? Sure. Thanks. Be careful, though. This shit's laced with uppers. It'll have you bouncing off the walls, if you take too much. Okay, maybe I'll save her for later. Oh, we got 2 things from this person. That's pretty cool. We got a map. So that's where that big hole was. That big hole. That's what that was. It was from this map. Alright. So I don't think we can talk to anybody else. I mean, we can try, but I don't... Hey, there's a key. Can't reach her from here. Hello? Okay, alright. We probably need to steal it from the window. If we can figure out where that window is, we could probably steal the key from the window. We would open the window and take the key. That's my guess. It's closed tight, but we probably could open it from the other side. Alright. Don't I just love just getting off my tits and snuff balls? You know it. You know it! See, there's the window. Yeah, see? See? I told ya! I can't open it from this side. Oh, man. We need to figure out how to get them to open the window. Alright. Okay. We have a task ahead of us. The window needs to be opened. How do we get them to open the window? I can't find the treasure. I can't help you, I'm afraid. I've already tried my best to find it. I dug the spot marked to the X, but there was nothing. Okay. I mean... I can't reach her from here. I don't think that will help. I gotta remember I've got this sword. It's very important to remember I have this sword. Okay, how do we get the window open? Man. This game is, I think this game is a little more challenging than the previous game was. Which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Maybe we can sword it. Let's try to sword the window. It won't open from this side. Okay, so the only way to open it is from the other side. Alright. So we have to somehow figure out how to get them to open it. Alright. I think we need to... Yeah, I did get stuck on some stuff in the last game, too. Oh, here's another place with a bunch of art. This was in the last game. Basically a giant art place. There's the procession of cavalry right there. To cavalry, rather. That's the painting that we looked at right there. This is probably most of the artwork that was used in this game. Right here. Yeah, see? With the thing. In fact, it says right there. Boom. We can look at all the paintings that were probably used in this. In fact, here is basically our entry to the city, I think. Guy clutching a massive axe. Hell, shit, lady. This is art gallery, not some rowdy tavern. All right, fine. I'll go in here. You can't go in there. There's nothing of value in that room. What's in there? That is the patrons gallery. It contains poor quality portraits of the museum's benefactors. Who are you? I'm the curator of the museum. It's curator or the museum attendant or something. I don't know. I have an axe. Yes, you do. Sorry, I don't care. I'm going in. It's just a bunch of paintings of rich idiots who paid to have their second-rate portraits of theirs ugly faces plastered on the wall. It is of no value. No, really, I don't care. I'm going in. Honestly, it's a stain on our reputation. Our art doesn't command the kind of mainstream appeal necessary for financial independence. Normal people are too drunk or too busy or too stupid to support us, so we rely on handouts from these pompous show-offs. It's a shameful business. Honestly, I don't care. I'm going in. Look, I hate to break the fourth wall like this, but it's a flippin' Kickstarter thing, mate. A backer reward. It really has no value and serves only to dent the artistic integrity of the game. There's no interesting objects to interact with in there. No items to pick up, just paintings of people with more money than sense. Nice. Yes, I know, I'm one of the fucking backers. Yes, I figured that out, but I'm going in anyway. Fine. Sorry you had to see this. I can only apologize for suggesting to you the vile pomposity of these self-indulgent fools. A rather solid-looking chap having a go at Bach's keyboard concerto in D minor. Please don't judge us too harshly for flagrantly debasing ourselves. We needed the money. I love it. I love it. I'm not gonna look at all of them. I'm really sorry about that. No problem, I actually love bad paintings of ugly white dudes. Oh, yeah. Hey, look at this one. Girl with a pearl earring. That's like what the painting's called. Girl with a pearl earring. Is that what she looked like? I don't know. Oh my god, look at all those hot spots. All the paintings. We can look at all the paintings. I don't think we need to look at all the paintings, but we can. Alright, we got an art gallery. Looks like... I think I know how to get the fish. Like, I think I know how to get the fish. So, let's go get the fish. Wait, what about you? Do you want these? Here. Do you want these? Alright, that would be a no. Oh yeah, we gotta go in the store. Find the main character? Okay, we can do that. Do you want these? Recreational narcotics won't help with that. Okay, we're gonna jump out again. And then we're gonna stab the fish with our sword. I think that's the same fish from last time. There, now it's dead. There, now we have a fish. That went when it got stabbed. All right, let's look at this map. Okay, we got the thing. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's pretty much where it is, I would say, right? I mean, the difference is that the map it's flipped. It's flipped. It's a mirror image of what we see. I don't know. All right, let's check out this art museum and see if we can find us, our character in the thing. We need to learn a song. It's one thing we need to do. Where's us? There's the dead guy. Right there. What, you think it's this one? That's definitely not us. That's the dead guy. Or not the sleeping guy. Skinny dippers. It's our legs. It does kind of look like our legs. It is true. Where's our torso? There's the arrow shooting. Hey. There we are. Hey, we found us. We don't have legs. We don't have legs. So our legs were taken from somewhere else. Indeed. Bologna. Oh, it's Bologna. Bellona. C 1633. That's what it says. And it's by Rembrandt. Rembrandt. Whoever that is. Alright, we got a fish. We got a fish. That's good. It's good that we got a fish. You know what we never did? We never got those pliers. We gotta get those pliers. How do we get those pliers from that guy? That's probably potentially how we open the window to get the key, right? Maybe. We gotta get those pliers. Oh, and we also need to get the skunk. How do we get the skunk? There's a lot of things that we still need to do, clearly. Let's go in here. I forget what's in here. Oh yeah, the talent show. We can't do anything in here yet, I don't think. She needs... Okay, so she's supposed to have a pearl earring, not an amethyst earring. She has an amethyst earring, and she's supposed to have a pearl one. That little dog. Is that a little dog? Is that a little dog down there? See if we can talk to them anymore. Will you make a dress for me? Of course, my dear. What kind of dress are you looking for? Something fancy enough to impress the judges at the talent show. Oh, what an exciting commission. We'll be more than happy to help. Come back in a few hours and we should have something for you. Thanks. Hey, that's cool. We're gonna get a dress. Nice. And now we need to learn this song. Hey, maybe you can help us learn a song. Probably not, though. Will you write a song for me? Just take one. They're worthless. Okay. Thanks. There we go. We got a song. Man, we're kicking butt. We're kicking butt here. I think the only reason to go back there is to jump off the balcony and get the fish, so we're not going to do that again. Well, now we need to... I don't know. I don't know what else we need to do. I feel like maybe are we good enough? Are we good to go? Can we do the talent show now? We got... Oh, we need a dress. We don't have a dress yet. So, no, we cannot do the talent show yet because we don't have the proper dress. We don't have the proper attire to do so. Alright, what could we use the upper lace snuff for? I don't know. I mean, I kind of know what the fish is for. We still can't move that rock either. There's a lot of stuff to do. Man, oh man. There's a lot of stuff to do in this game. Like, holy crap. I want to get that skunk. I don't think skunks eat fish. Recreational mechanics won't help with that. Alright, well, let's go over here then. Kind of busy here, buddy. I mean, we could roast it. Okay, nothing. Well, we could put it on the fire. Could cook the fish. I don't want to burn it. Don't want to burn that. All right. Guess we can't do anything here yet. The question is, what do we do with this? I wonder if the map is inaccurate or the world is... I'm clearly not in the right place. Oh. Oh, interesting. Oh. The image doesn't quite match the landscape. There's a bunch of stuff missing, and the whole thing is front to back. I mean... Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Is this gonna come up later, or do we need to do something with this here? I don't know. I don't know what to do with the map. I just don't know what to do right now. I'm a little bit lost. Did I try to sword the window from the other side? I think I did, but I don't remember. I think I said I can't. I think I said I can't reach it when I tried. Oh, I didn't try the talent show. Oh, I need the dress. I need the dress. Forgot I need the dress. I still need the dress. So basically, the dress won't be available until the next act. After we figure out what to do next. After we figure out what to do. Basically. Alright, I guess we'll just go in here and, like... I don't talk to strangers. Yeah. Run. Okay, that was a little bit unexpected. That was a little bit unexpected. Alright, let's see if that changes anything. No! It did not change anything. I mean, it didn't change anything here. Maybe it changed something somewhere else. I mean, only one way to find out is to go check. Like, it hopped over a different rail than we did, so it might be in the courtyard now. Right? It is not in the courtyard. We did nothing. That seemed to do nothing except just get rid of it for whatever reason. Can't tell if it's back. Doesn't look like it is. But... Alright, man, I don't know what to do. Wait, is that her dress? Oh. That was fast. I was wrong. I was wrong that it was gonna take a few out. I was wrong about the, I thought it was gonna wait. I thought it was not gonna be until the next act. I thought we were gonna have to do something. Can we put on the dress? Alright. I can sing. That. Perfect. You can take the stage now. Shatter all the bones in your leg. I'm just picking things. I don't think these things matter. Oh, we gotta remember the words. You got the words wrong, you tit. Wow, that's pretty good. That was pretty good. We got a 9, a 10, and a 2. Jeez, if we get the words right, we're good. Apparently I was doing good, and then I wasn't. So... That's what we gotta know. We gotta know we gotta apparently pick the words that are correct. So I think the correct solution is to take a picture of this with my phone, just right here. I don't want you to. Okay, and then we can just look back at it and remember what it was, right? I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, right? Take a picture with our phone, or hit print screen. Yeah, that's the other option. All right, I want to enter the talent contest again. I assume getting kicked out doesn't. We got a 9 out of 10, even though we forgot the words. So I think if we get the words right, then then we'll get the. It's like a puzzle, except it's a memorization puzzle. We have that one. That's correct. Then this one. What? Oh, if I wait too long, it's time too. Dang it. Okay. All right. It's time. I can't wait. I have to pick the right ones quickly. All right. We got this. We got this now. I understand the rules now. Luckily, we can do this over and over again. Conveniently, we follow the same act every single time, too. So, that's convenient. Maybe it doesn't matter. Oops, that's the wrong one. I'm picking the wrong ones. We might still be okay. This game is weird and its mother dresses funny. You approve. Well, there we go. I don't know. We missed a few. Let's see if we won. We got a big applause, so that's a good sign. You got the words wrong, you tit. Oh, we did get the words wrong. Damn it! Damn it! We got the words wrong. I knew I had gotten the words wrong. I just thought maybe it wouldn't matter, but we do have to get the words correct. Okay. Good to know. Alright. I just clicked the wrong one because there were some that were almost exactly the same, and I couldn't tell the difference. If only this was like the song that I had memorized by heart, and then we'd be fine, right? East Bolay. Bolay. This one. Chibi. This one. That one, I think. Oh, I think I may have been wrong. Damn it! Ah! Dang it! This is surprisingly difficult. This is surprisingly difficult. They give us like 2 seconds to pick things. In my opinion, this is not ideal. Some people could not get past this. I just would like to say that right now. Some people would not be able to get past this. This would be like in game for them. Unless there's some other way to get past this, like this is probably the most poorly executed part of this entire game. Not that I feel like I can't do it, but for people who maybe don't have, you know, people with disabilities or whatever would not be able to get past this part. So that would be a shame, because this game's quite good. Kind of lacked accessibility. The first two are the same. We've seen the same thing twice. Basically. Blah me amour, blah me amour. Volay. And then con 4. And then that one. And that one. And then I think we're good here. Then that one. And then this one. I think that's it. I think we got it. I like how 2 judges gave us a 9 and a 10, and 1 is just like a 2, and we get thrown out. Hey, that's a big applause. You sang wonderfully. You are positively oozing with a reek of Pollock. Your dress is fabulous. 9, 9, 10. Look at that smile. That smile. Congratulations! Here's your dang necklace. Yeah! And now I'm finally free to stop living this lie. Giddy up, Rodney. Ah! Oh, we can't take the dress. We did it! We did it! We are a winner. We are a winner, and we have one of the things of the thing that we need. We have one of the things of the thing we need. Should we go back and give him the jewelry, and maybe we'll get something for it? I don't know. I don't think that would be necessarily a bad idea. Maybe they can approve it to make sure that it's okay to their standards. You know? approve it by their standards, if nothing else. Or we could just chop them up. Chop them up.
It's raining tacos.
I got you this ridiculous necklace. Ooh, I'll take that one. Thanks. 1 down, 3 to go. Okay. Alright, it just does that. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Bribe number 1 complete. We might knock 2 games out in tomorrow. That's possible. It's certainly possible. No, I think we are. I think we are. They're just talking about cardinals to go, not jewelry. I mean, we're doing it because he wants to, like, make amends for his wrongs, not because he wants to do anything questionable. I mean, I guess making amends for your wrongs in that way is somewhat questionable, but I still don't know what to do. That's what we were told. Oh, maybe we could give the uppers to that one guy who's trying to sleep. And then he'll, like, not want to sleep and he'll give us the book. That's another idea. Did we already try that? Here you go. Ah! Here, fish. Oh, dress. That's cozy. That would be cuddly and nice and whatever. All right, ahead. Nope. Song. Nope. A treasure map. Nope. All right. Well, you're just a jerk. You're a jerk. We just have to accept your jerkness. Maybe with uppers we can move the rock. No. Dress the skunk up. Yeah, there you go. Hey, maybe that one person with the necklace wants the dress. Maybe we can give her the dress. Maybe she'll like the dress. Because now that we've used the dress, we have it back. Maybe she'll like it. Here you go. You want this dress? A big ugly dress won't help with that. Want some uppers? No. You want a fish? A fish won't help with that. You want a song? No. No. Alright, I don't know how to get this window open. This isn't the window, this is the library. This is not where... What do you want now? I don't want that. 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 And... I don't want that. Alright, you don't want any of those things. Cool. See a bird up there. Can't reach it from here. I mean, I think you could. I think you could reach it from here. You're just not trying hard enough. Like, I really think you could. I really think you could. Like, you don't have anything else to say, do you? Nope. Maybe we need to sword the ground. Like, what if we sword the hole? Where the, I haven't tried that. I haven't tried sorting the hole. Nope. What if we sword this? God, I just don't know what we're supposed to use this for. I mean, it does look right. As in correct. According to the map that we see. Maybe we're just saying we need to find another scene with the same place in it. Oh, wait! You know, I just thought of something. This might be what we need to do at the art museum. I bet you we can find the painting that had this in it at the art museum. We might be able to find this painting in the art museum and, like, do something with it. Maybe it's behind the painting. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Here it is. This is it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, look! Haha! There's a save. Oh, that's what we need the key for! That's what the key is for. Oh. And then we can tell him we found the treasure and we'll split it. I bet you... Okay, alright, we found where the treasure was. Alright, cool. Cool. That did work. Tell him we found the treasure and we need his help to get it. Nope, I guess not. Alright. Now we need that key. That key is the key to the safe. That key, now we know where that key goes. We just need to get it. If I push through, everyone will see me take it.
It's raining tacos.
So basically, I need to get the window open from this side in order to... I mean, skunk? Maybe we can use the dress to get the skunk. Or maybe we can trade the person the dress for a t-shirt. Thanks for the taco party, Austin. Alright. I have ideas. I don't think any of them are gonna work, but I have ideas nonetheless. Whoops. Okay, you want this? No thanks. How about this? No.
It's raining tacos.
Wait, who's saying they need my help? Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! It's somebody, it's the kid! It's a supple young boy with rosy cheeks and a perk little butt. Look at that. I can't get close enough without exposing some pretty glaring errors in the perspective of the scene. What's up? The bastard sentenced me to death. Turns out spiking people's drinks with berry mush and rubbing alcohol is considered murder around here. Where I come from, it's a classic water to wine shape. But never fear, I have a plan. Okay. Could you possibly acquire me a pair of pliers and a full human skeleton? Why do you need a pair of pliers and a full human skeleton? Let's just say my next trick is going to be deadly serious. Are you going to fake your own death by any chance? A magician never reveals the secrets. Where will I find a pair of pliers and a full human skeleton? I don't know. I used pliers all the time back in my carpentry days, but I'm more of a wands and handkerchiefs guy now. What's in it for me? Anything you want. I want the boy. Fine, give me what I need and he's all yours. Okay, bye. Alright, I know where to get the skeleton. Alright. I still don't know how to get this skunk though. Damn. Thought maybe we could combine some inventory. Alright, well, let's go get the skeleton, I guess. I know where the pliers are, too. I just don't know how to get them. Yeah, skunks, it says skunks don't eat fish. I don't know if that's true. I don't know what skunks eat. I think skunks are herbivores. Okay, now we need this. There's the skeleton. Raccoons will eat almost anything. I got you a full human skeleton. Excellent, thanks. The skeleton is missing its right scapula. I have notoriously present scapula, but I guess it'll have to do. I mean, I guess something could have happened over here. No. Please slow down. If you go any faster, I'm gonna hurl. Okay, that's definitely different. Spinning faster. I'm afraid that decision ain't in our hands. Okay. They keep pace with the metronome. Oh, we need to give him drugs. We need to give him drugs. Give the gnome drugs. Whoa! Time to pick up the pace. Here it comes. Alright, we got the pliers now. Here's your pliers. I got you a pair of pliers. Wonderful, thanks, bro. These will do nicely. Are you ready to see something incredible? Sure. Close your eyes. How will I see incredible things if my eyes are closed? Close your dang eyes. All right. Ta-da! Hey, he legged it. He took... I know where he is, though. We know where he is. We know where he went, right? He's over here. Let's go find him. Hello? Is anybody out there? Hello? 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 Who's in there? It's me, you clown, the street magician. Can't you tell the tone of my voice? There's no voice acting, dingus. And this horrible font gives me no clues towards timbre or cadence. Whoa. What have you done to my lovely fourth wall? I toiled for hours to build that. He did. 2 hours. Don't you know Steam reviewers hate this meta bullshit? Jeez, Papa. You just made it 10 times worse. Yeah, commenting on the glaring omission of basic functionalities is one thing, but an interjection by a hashtag quoting God is a whole other ballgame. Yeah, my bad. Camera switch, return to last gameplay, transition time 0.5. I can't believe this noob still uses visual scripting. What the heck was that? Just ignore him. He's got a lot of pressure at the moment, okay? What are you doing in there? I'm working on my back from the dead bit. I snuck in here to await my funeral. I was planning to jump out and surprise everyone as they mourned my passing. Classic. But it's super creepy in here, and now I want out. Please help me. How did you get past this massive boulder? I was obviously malnourished from my time on the cross. I managed to squeeze through the gap, but then I ate a bunch of black pudding, and now I'm stuck. Makes sense. Where did you get the black pudding from? There's some crazy voodoo lady making it in the back of the cave. There's so much crazy stuff going on in here. You need to help me out. Will you promise to give me the boy if I help you? Yes, I promise. I swear on my biological mother's life. Try pushing from your side. Okay. That didn't seem to help. We did it! Ta-da! I hate that guy. Hey, now we can go in the cave. Whoa, there's weird stuff going on in here. There's some weird stuff going on in this cave. This cave looks kind of weird. Some shady characters. Judging by the amount of blood she's squeezing from the human heart, I'd say they're doing some sort of voodoo. You're coming with me. Alright. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Dang it. I meant to do that. Yoink! A young friendly goblin playing Pravon by William Byrd. Hey, we got a sheep. We got a sacrificial lamb. Oh, and here's a stick. Oh, we can't get the stick. But I want the stick. A barrel full of bugs. Heck yeah. Careful! These bugs will eat the flesh off your hand given half a chance. Don't worry. I fondled a few creepy crawlies in my time. Okay, carry on. A handful of bugs. Lucky me. Bugs. Do skunks eat bugs? I don't know. What's in here? What the heck? Where are we? Squawk, squawk. Are you talking to me? Squawk. Squawk, squawk. Squee. Do you speak English? Oh yeah, sorry about that, my dear. I'm not oft afforded the chance to converse with human peeps. I always forget y'all prefer words and such. Lovely weather we're having. Anyway, as I was saying, we're in the middle of a pearl famine here. We're not really in the mood for visitors. Pearl famine? What exactly do you mean by pearl famine? I mean, we're dangerously low on pearls. Why are you so desperate for pearls? Pearls are our lifeblood. We eat them. Without pearls, we will perish. We also trade them for goods and services. Without pearls, we will have no more street dance tuition. But we cannot produce pearls anymore because the devil has cursed our clam. Wait, the devil was involved now too? Yes, the devil is our leader. We are demons. We do his earthly bidding and make sacrifices at his altar. But recently, we have been unable to find an appropriate sacrifice, so he cursed our clam to punish us. The more you talk, the less I understand. If I help you appease the devil, will you give me some of your pearls? Sure, if you can find an appropriate sacrifice, I will give you 1 pearl. 2 pearls. 1 pearl. Okay. What constitutes an appropriate sacrifice? That's the problem, we don't know. The devil never explicitly expresses his wishes. He requests a sacrifice via riddle, and we haven't been able to figure out what the last one means. What was the devil's riddle? I will recite it to you now, for you now. Get a drink of water. Alright, here we go. From crucifixions they derive. In Jan's, there's 1. Antonio and Antonello's 5. Okay. Search Pete's to find another 1, but alas, Cornelius features none. What? From crucifixions they oft derive. In Jan's, there's 1. Antonello's 5. Search Pete's to find another 1. But alas, Cornelius features none. I don't know. What do you think it is? Anybody have an idea? From crucifixions, they oft derive. I mean, this sounds like a play on words. Like, it really does. I just don't know what the play is. I don't have the script. Tease? No, it wouldn't be tease. Oh, it's probably... Is it like... Is it crosses? Is that what it is? No? Well, maybe. 1, 2, 3... Maybe? I don't know. Pete's would have more than one, though. Cornelius doesn't have any, though. But I don't see the one having 5. Like, how does that have 5? I see the A and the T, but I don't see 5, like, crossed letters, you know? Maybe the A would have 2 in it. The A could possibly have 2. Or maybe even 3. The A could have 3 in it, even. And the T would be 1, but... But Jan's, I don't see any. Like... And Pete's has the T, but it also has the P, so I don't think that's right. But the Cornelius has none, and that it works for there. Yeah, that's only 3 though. But Jan's doesn't really have any. Like, that's the problem, is Jan's doesn't have any. So, I don't know. I'm confused. This is a confusing riddle. I want it again. I want it one more time. I want one more. Well, give it to me one more time. Oh, the J. The J could, yeah, the J. Okay, yeah, the J may have one there. But then we have A has 3. We could say 3. Oh, the bottom little thing on the A. The bottom little like thing on the A. The A could have 4 with that little foot that's on the A. Maybe. And Pete's would have, but Pete's would have 2. If you look at the way that P works, you can see that it crosses, but I mean, technically, if you write it, it doesn't. But if you write an A, it doesn't either. So either I'm wrong, or I don't know what it is. I just don't know. I'm gonna go back to where the crucifixion is, and maybe we can find something there. Maybe something has changed over here. Let's find out. Okay, it's suddenly that place is gone. Let's see if the skunk will eat bugs. Oh! I get it. I get it. Is he gonna follow me? Oh, I have to get more bugs. I think he's gonna follow me. I think the skunk is gonna follow me. I think I need to go get more bugs. Alright. So, we need to bring him into the place with the window, and then we'll make him go... And then then they'll open the window, because it'll be stinky. You know, back in this day, I think everything was stinky. You know, everything was just smelled probably pretty horrible. So, So it took skunk stench to, like, have people open a window. Whatever this day is, I mean... And I also learned that skunks eat bugs. He is following me. The skunk's following me. Look at that, I got a skunk buddy. I got a skunk buddy. Look at him, he's following me. I got a skunk buddy. Yeah, he's skunky. There's something new going on over there. Here he comes. Here comes the skunk. Hey, what's up, guys? I brought a little friendly guest. His name is Skunky. And he has a... He wants to say... He has something to say. And this is what it is. That's what he has to say right there. What is that god-awful stench? Someone open a damned window before I sick pheasant all down my kex. There we go. We did it. We did it. We did it. We made them open the window using skunk power. Using our almighty skunk powers. Yeah. That's a... Yoink! Whoa. What kind of animation was that? It looked like her hair coalesced into a hand-shaped knot to grab the key. Yoink! If you don't draw attention to that, no one will notice. Oh, they will notice. It looked like a green-trunked elephant wandered past and snapped up the key. Look, it's a complicated animation. The whole arm is a single sprite with 4 bones. It needs to appear behind the body at one end and in front of the body wall at the other. It's Macromedia Flash MX kind of guy. I'm a Macromedia Flash MX kind of guy. This fancy bone animation is still new to me. Cut me some slack. That was really bad, though. It was so bad. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I tried to make the animation look good, but it was difficult, and I got bored. So I decided to revert to my comically poor first attempt and use it as an excuse for a Macromedia Flash MX gag. You thought a gag about a 16-year-old piece of animation software was better than a decent animation? I did. Unbelievable. That's why you can't find a publisher. Actually, I think you'll find that's because I'm a renegade and a lone wolf. You did contact a number of publishers, though. Shh. The word niche came up a lot. Oh, don't tell them that. And the word no? Camera, switch, return to last gameplay, transition time, 0.5. That guy has issues. Alright, we're out. Now we need to have a place, we know where to use that key. It's locked. Well, we have a key, conveniently. Yoink. Ha! He said yoink. Yoink! What did we get? Ooh, this looks nice. I think it's missing the stone. Oh, I know where the stone is! The stone is that woman's necklace or earring. We need to get her a pearl. Oh my gosh. What do we need to do as the sacrifice? What's the sacrifice? Or snacrifice? No, sacrifice. Or maybe a sacrifice. I don't know. It looks like the success of his back from the dead bit wasn't affected by his premature exhumation. His new act seems very heavy on the patter. What do we do with this sheep? Okay. What's the answer to that riddle? What's the answer to the riddle? What's the answer to that riddle? I gotta know. The skunk's back. Hey, skunk, how's it going? Apparently he's off his drugs. That's good. I don't think there's anything to do here. Just guessing. Anything new you have to say? Alright. Whoops. Out of the game. It's not capturing my mouse. I've seen some people with pet skunks. Well, I didn't know them personally, but I've seen videos. They seem to be very silly creatures. They seem to be very silly. Whoops. Man, what do we need to do now? What can we do with this? I mean, the treasure map we pretty much don't need anymore. What is this thing? I don't know what this little icon over here is. Oh, it's display. Oh, it displays hotspots. It's instead of the middle mouse button. Oh, I get it now. All right. I guess we'll bring the boy back to them. QuickTime player. Oh yeah. QuickTime player was kind of horrible on Windows. It was something you never wanted to install, but it was the only thing that could play like certain files until VLC came along. Two down, two to go. It's missing an amethyst. You can't bribe us with incomplete trinkets. That's what I thought you were gonna say. This is not an appropriate bribe. Yeah, double click. Double click for run. For run speed. We've played a few games that required QuickTime player to work, so I think whatever that one was called, that space sci-fi puzzle game, FMV game that was kind of horrible. That one. Yeah, and we did it inside a VM. That is true. I didn't install it on my computer. Wait, it was in a VM. And then we uninstalled it after we were done. What do I need to do? I don't know the answer to the riddle. Does anybody know the answer to the riddle? There's one in Jan. Okay, let's write down these words, I guess. I'm gonna get the riddle again. It's probably something so simple and so unbelievably like basic that when I know what it is, I'm gonna like I was thinking syllables at first, but Cornelius has none, so That's the thing that is getting me. Let's get it again. Alright, here we go. From crucifixions they oft derive. In Jan's there's one. In equals 1. Pete equals 1. And Cornelius equals 0. It's none. What's the answer? You still think it's crosses? Oh no! Oh no! Your old run-of-the-mill, everyday satanic offer, or altar. I mean, it makes sense except for the Antonellos. Like, if I write it out, it doesn't have the cross. It's only the little thing, the only flourish. And even then, it's not really one. That's what's confusing me about it, and making me doubt that that's the correct answer. No? Okay. I don't know. I guess we'll go back over here and look. I just don't know what it is. I mean, we can get the skunk back, which is interesting. We can actually get the skunks back here. So technically, we can still get some skunk. We can still squeeze the skunk if we want to. I mean, it could be the severed head. I mean, we can try it, I suppose. I mean, it worked. We were able to put it there. Whoops. Damn it, I clicked out of the window again. Okay, we can put pretty much anything on the altar. So, us being able to put it there doesn't necessarily mean it's right. We put the boat pass there. Yet somehow the dress, the fish, the link. Okay, that doesn't make sense. What about that? It'll let us put almost anything on the altar except the boat pass. Okay. Yeah, currently we were playing from the incentive queue, so the next queue will be modern, which is what we're voting on now, and then the retro queue will be the next vote. Jan's has 1, Antonello's has 5, Pete's has 1, and Cornelius has 0. God, I don't know what it is. Like, I have no idea. I mean, I have one idea, and I can't find any way to get the thing that the idea is based on. Wait. I now have an idea. It might be the book. It might be the book. It might have to do with the book. I don't know. They gave him a sheep. Okay, I can't argue with that. This dude is flippin' adorable. Alright. Whoops. What are we supposed to do with this? Probably return it to the library. I think we're supposed to return it to the library. I don't think this is working for the other thing, for the getting the pearl. The pearl will get us the amethyst, which will allow us to put in the jewel, which will get us that jewel. This I think will get us into the library, which will allow us to maybe a crown. That's my guess right now, but I'm not sure. I have this book. I'd like to return this book, sure. Pass me the book. Why are we doing this with the lights out? I like to perform business transactions in the darkness. It's a tax thing. Fair enough, here you go. Thanks. And here's your deposit. Ooh, it's heavy. Yes, it's a big one. Thanks. Alright, so we got a crown. Alright. King for a day. Alright. That's exactly what I was expecting to happen. Alright, I think we might be close to stopping. Well, let's see if we can give them the crown. Because we may finish this tomorrow and then play Adios, which is probably going to win, but we're not sure. I guess we're not 100% positive it will. You get all like... It's bad manners to punch a man in the back of the head. That's better. That's right. I have a boat pass. Hey, Obvious Mantis. Thanks for the contributing to the stream boost. Alright, let's see if they'll take the crown, or if I'm supposed to use it for some other nefarious purpose. Oh, okay. That was... I got you this tacky crown. This will fit perfectly over my bald spot. Thanks. 3 down, 1 to go. Alright, we're getting close to bribing. This it might be in game when we complete the bribe. I don't know, but I think we're gonna probably stop here so that we are somewhat at a conclusion. I'm trying to figure out what the riddle is. I feel like it's crosses, but that also doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't. It makes no sense. I thought it might be vowels too, but Antonello's only has 4, and Pete has 2, and Cornelius has 3. Cornelius having none is interesting. You know? I'm glad we got rid of that sacrificial lamb, though. The only thing we haven't gotten rid of is this head. We have never done anything with this head. This head has not done anything to us. Like, will we get feedback when we have the right answer? But wait. Poor Steve. I'm putting the head on and I'm gonna see what happens. I have made a sacrifice at the altar. Okay, fingers crossed. I guess that's a no. The offer has been rejected. Dang. So it's not a head. I mean, I didn't think it was a head, but I thought it was worth a try. What the hell could it be? Other than crossed. And if so, where do we get one? You know? Ah, dang it. I clicked out of the window again. God. I hate that it doesn't lock my mouse in. That's kind of annoying. That's a setting that you should always have in your games. Is 1, let me window them, and 2, when I do window them, let me lock my mouse in place. Maybe we have to do something here. I don't know. Oh well. We'll I'm gonna stop the timer. I just maybe if we start fresh tomorrow on Taco Tuesday. I'm guessing I'm gonna have some tacos tomorrow because I have leftover taco stuff in the fridge that maybe we'll be able to figure this out. So we're gonna save as number 1